So here we are factorising 4 terms. And what you'll notice, there's a little bit of a pattern here. The 2 of these both have a 3 in it. The 2 of those both have an A in it. And you'll also know M by N and M by N. They're in the same order as well. Now, when you see 4 terms and 2 of them have the same thing in it, another 2 have the same thing in it, you can factorise the first 2 and then factorise the second 2 separately. So let's take out a common factor out of those. So we'll be taking out plus 3. When we take out 3 out of the first term, we're left with M. When we take out 3 out of the second term, we're left with plus N. So that first 2 terms are fully factorised. Now we'll repeat that for the second 2 then, and we'll see that we can take out a plus A from both of those. So if we take out a plus A from the first one, we're left with M. And if we take out a plus A from the second term, we're left with plus N. Now that's a half of it. The second thing we need to do is factorise it again. So if we consider that as one term, and all of that as the second term, you'll notice that there's an M plus N in brackets and an M plus N in brackets there. So that's actually a common term between all of that and all of that. So I'm going to take out the thing in brackets out of both of those. So I'm taking out that and that out of the 2 of them. Now, when I take it out of the first term, I'm left with 3. When I take it out of the second term, I'm left with A. And that's the answer. So when you factorise 4 terms, you'll be left with 2 terms in the first bracket and 2 terms in the second bracket. Okay, the second example. First, how do you identify it? Well, if you look at the first 2 terms, there should be something common in the both of those. And if you look at the last 2, there should be something common there as well. So the first 2 have an X in common, the second 2 have a Y in common. The second thing you're looking for is the other things, so not the X, the other things, A and C. We should have the same thing in the next 2 terms, A and C. And when we have those, we're going to factorise twice. So take the common term out of the first 2, that's your X, and then we're left with A and C. Repeat that then for the second 2. Look, Y is the common factor. Don't forget the plus there as well. And when you take the plus Y out of that, you're left with A. And when you take the plus Y out of that, you're left with plus C. Okay, the final step then. That's a term and that's a term. And we'll see that both of the things have stuff in brackets. And the thing in brackets there is the same as the thing in brackets there. So we factorise again. I'm going to take out the thing in brackets from both terms. So when I take that out of the whole thing, I'm left with X. And when I take that out of the whole thing there, I'm left with plus Y. And that is the answer.